Have you ever asked yourself, if I lose my memory, what's gonna happen? Would I be the same person, or who is that person that I'm gonna be? How I'm gonna act? And what is the definition of self or identity exactly? And I guess like this is a question like everyone like imagined it before. And to be honest, I guess to lose your memory, it's losing everything, of course, because like there's experiences, beliefs, but at this point you're really gonna know who you really are, and you will start like from the zero, which is a positive thing. And if you lose your memories, it means that you have no experiences, which is not you. Like the person is all about experiences and how he react. Even like the depression and all the trauma comes because we act somehow, depends on some act that we choose on the past, and we was like seeing it a lot, and it seems like familiar, so it's built that identity that we have. And the identity is the most thing that we don't know at all, because it changed. And sometimes like, if especially like sometimes you have some behaviors that you don't even know, because the identity, it's so deep than this. You have like to really know it so much. This is what we mean about knowing who we really are and knowing ourselves. And the identity is so deep, like I say. It's very a lot, especially when you are a child. You don't have that power of decision, and you just like gonna accept it as it is, without any judgments, because like you're gonna take it as a beliefs, as a identity, as everything that you are accepting it. And of course like in the future you're gonna act the way you will see in your parents or your environment, the way you're accepting, especially accepting, because when you accept something, it will be in your life, and it will be the way you will probably like living the entire of your life, you don't, if you didn't change it, of course. So we have to be really careful about accepting things. And like I say, if you lose your memories, it means that you lose everything. So the person is about experiences and how he wants to to do like some stuff in his way and his way of thinking. So we have like to do the best of, like, to try to do everything that we want, and all the experience we live, all the experience that in the way that we really want, and discovering like more traumas by seeing how we was like accepting things when we was before. Like for example, there is a thing, I was not that much like seeing it, like it was in my life appearing, of course, but I didn't know. Like for example, the people that like to study at and like before exams, and I am a person that I study before exams. It's most of the time because we was maybe in a family, or in our childhood it was like a little bit stressful, or our parent like was like telling us you have to do it like perfectly, or like you just like boiled maybe in a stressful way. And I don't know, like I just want to know if someone like reached at this point. So I really want to know your opinion, if it's right. Like if you are a person that study at the like before the exams at the night, that night, that crazy night. Let me comment if you was like having some stressful childhood. And when I say stressful, of course it's not that much, like maybe just a little bit of stress, like you was familiar with stress, and stress it's like becoming your identity. So when the stress becoming your identity, this is one of the things that you express, like you have it on your memory and your mind, like every single time you just remember that stress is this thing, normal thing for me, familiar. And this is familiar is the most important word in this video. This is what mean mind, this is what mean identity. It's something that you know, it's something that you already see, because like person, of course, you're not gonna change every single time. This is so hard for it for people, like it's stressful. So when we take it as an identity, this is experience that we are having, we are acting somehow like with this like those acts that comes from the past, but the problem we don't realize that it comes from the past. And if you know, if you want to change it, you have like to take it as consideration, especially like your trauma, which is the most hard part to discover, because like I say, it was familiar and something they always like live it without realizing what is it exactly, and if it's like bad or affecting you in a bad way after when you grow up. So yeah, like if you lose your memory, it's mean you just lose experiences, and you will just have new ones. So just try to have the best experience ever, to know your trauma, to know where come your bad behaviors from the past, of course, and just try to lose your memory. I guess this is a good thing. Sometimes we have to lose. I guess if we lose our memory, it's gonna be so great. Like I always like imagine how can I like lose memory, because it's literally like it's gonna be your choice, like no parent choice, no environment choice, especially like we are in social media, like we can choose people that we want to watch and how mentality that we want to get. So it's gonna be more easy to be a version that we want. Anyway, this was the video. I hope this question you like it and you like this video. Leave me comments what's your opinion about that, and see you next video. Bye bye.